So let's go ahead and bring it into our arms coming up and down, getting that nice shoulder mobility in. And of course, it is body weight strength, but if you have some weights, always feel free to bring it for some resistance and that extra challenge. Like we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, we got 3 circuits with only 2 exercises each. Go ahead, swing those arms left to right. Maybe get that little bit of a step in to loosen up your legs. Maybe you get that little bit of a neck roll in if it's feeling a little tight today. Really squeeze those shoulder blades back as those arms open up nice and wide. And then we will go ahead and stop our feet outside of our hips. Let's bend it over, touch the floor, stretch out the hamstrings. And then we will go ahead, bring it down into that nice deep squat. Hands are up. Use those elbows to open up those knees, open up the hips. And then we'll bring our arms overhead, stand it on up and repeat. Let's bend it over, touch the floor. Then we'll go ahead, bring it down nice and low, hands up, open up the hips by pushing out those knees. Just gonna do one more of these. So arms overhead, stand it on up, let's bend it over, touch the toes. And we will go ahead and bring it down nice and low, hands up. This time we're gonna twist and bring that right arm to the sky. Look up at those fingers. And then we'll go ahead, bring it on down, switch sides, left hand up, staring up at those fingers. And then we will bring it back down, push the knees out one last time, really try to open those hips up. And then we'll bring our arms overhead, stand it on up. Next, we're coming into that high plank position so we can lower those hips down. Keep the hands under the shoulders as you look up to the sky. And then we will go ahead and raise those hips up, step that right foot forward into that hip flexor. If you need a little bit less of a stretch, just drop that left knee down. Then we will go ahead, step it back and switch legs, left leg leading. Bring it back to that high plank. Let's lower the hips down, look up to the sky. And then let's raise the hips up, right foot forward. And then the left. And again, if you need that little bit less of a stretch, just drop that knee down. We have one more. Let's step it back, drop the hips down, raise the head. And then let's raise the hips up, right foot forward. And then the left. Go ahead, bring it on back and slowly stand up. That is our warm up. So we will go ahead and get into our first circuit. Like I said, we have 2 exercises. We will start on the floor. For today's workout, we have 2 different types of 3 squats, push-ups, and planks. So we have 2 different variations of each. For our first circuit, we're gonna do a Renegade row push-up. Starting in that high plank, you're gonna bring that arm up to row, 1 on each side, and then drop it down into that push-up. And of course, if you have some dumbbells, you can just keep them on the floor, hold on to them, row it up, 1 on each, and then bring it down. Then our second exercise, we will start on our knees, sitting on our heels. So if you don't have a carpet or a mat, try to grab a towel if you can. And if you have those weights, you will keep them over our chest. We're going to bring it up. So when you're sitting on your heels, you're gonna lift the hips up, then you'll step that right foot, then the left, stand on up, lower it down to that squat, bring it back down, high kneel, sit it down, bring it up, and then you will switch legs that you lead with. So those will be our 2 exercises. For our first circuit, we're gonna start with that push-up. We have 3 different rounds. Our first round will be 2 sets, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So let's go ahead, bring it into that high plank position. And if you need to, you can always modify it on your knees, row it up, and then bring it down to that push-up. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and bring our knees up in 3, 2, 1, knees up, row 1 on each side. Drop it down to that push-up. Lead with the chest, not the forehead. And again, if you need to, you can always drop the knees down for that push-up and then pick them up to come into that row and then drop it back down. We got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and rest. One more set of these. Same thing, 40 seconds of work. 1 row on each side. Drop it down to that push-up. We got 10 seconds. Let's bring it into position. Knees up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are up 1 row. Pull that elbow back and then drop it down. Make sure those elbows don't flare out too wide in that push-up. And again, if you need to, you can modify it down to those knees for the push-up. We just have 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We're just gonna come onto our shins, sitting on our heels. We have our weights over our shoulder. We're gonna bring the hips up first and then step it up, then squat it, bring it down and then sit. We got 3, 2, 1, hips up, then step, extend, squat, bring it back down to the shins and then sit. Make sure you switch which leg you lead with. We have just over 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Whew. Shake out those shoulders if you need to. And then we are gonna come into our second set of these. When you lift your hips up, make sure you squeeze those glutes. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're up. Step it up, extend, then squat. Don't let those knees cave in as you squat it down. We're already halfway there. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. We just have our push-ups now. Second round is only 1 set, 35 seconds of work. So try to move it a little bit faster if you can. We are gonna row it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up, 1 row each side. Drop it down to that push-up. And if you need to, you can always drop those knees to come into that push-up. We only have 7 seconds left. Try to get that last rep in. 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. We're coming seated for those up-down squats. Again, 35 seconds. Bring those weights up over your shoulder. We have 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, step it up, extend, then squat. Bring it down, switch legs. 5 seconds should be our last rep. We can rest. Whew. And we have one more set each exercise. This is it, last push-up. 55 seconds this time. In 3, 2, 1. Renegade row, one on each side. Drop it down to that push-up. And then repeat. If you need to, you can always drop it down on the knees for those push-ups. Just make sure your hands stay directly underneath your shoulders. You got 20 seconds. Keep it moving. This is it. Last time you will be doing this exercise today. We just have 4, 3, 2, 1. We can rest. Whew. Grab that quick sip of water. We got 25 seconds to rest. And then we are coming into our up-down squats. We got 10 seconds. Go ahead, bring those weights over your shoulders. You should let them rest on there. 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Step it up. You should be in a squat. Extend it. Bring it back down to that squat. Then down onto the shins. "55 seconds. So just pace yourself so that you can keep moving. Entire time. We only have 30 seconds to go. And then we get our nice long 60-second break. Just over 10 seconds remaining. You guys are looking good. We have 7 seconds. 2, 1. Let's rest. Whew. And we will go ahead, drop those weights down, grab some water, towel off as I demo our next set, which is another variation of a push-up and a squat. We are going to start in a bear position, hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're gonna lift the knees up so we're in a bear. We're gonna come down into a push-up. Bend those arms. Your head should be leaning forward. You shouldn't just be going down. You should be leaning forward. You're gonna stop right before your feet touch the ground, press it up. Then you will extend your legs, coming into a downward dog, upside down V. Come into that pike push-up. Bring it down, bear push-up, bring it up, pike push-up. 2 different push-ups to burn out your shoulders. And then our second exercise, we will start standing in a sumo squat position. Outside of the hips, toes pointed at that 45. You're gonna drop it down nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, lift the heels, press it up with the heels off. Then you'll drop it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, lift the heels, keep the heels up as you extend. Those are our 2 moves. We're gonna start on the floor in our bear position. Bring it onto your hands and knees. We're gonna lift the knees up and then come down into that push-up. Remember, it's not just the arms bending. You should feel your head moving forward. We are getting started in 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Press those arms. Then extend the legs into that upside down V for that push-up. That bear push-up is a very short movement. You guys are looking good. Your feet should not be moving at all, just the knees bending and extending. We just have 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's rest. Grab some water. One more set of these. Shake out the shoulders if you need to. Come into that quick child's pose, whatever you might need. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bear push-up. Extend the legs. Pike push-up in that upside down V position. We are halfway there. 20 seconds. We just have 5, 4, 3, 2, and we can rest. We will stand it on up. If you have a weight, go ahead and grab it. You can hold it right in your chest. Sumo position, legs bent. We're coming down on a count of 4 in 3, 2, 1. Bring it down slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. Extend. Drop the heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. Then extend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Heels up. Extend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Bring it up. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Heels up. Go ahead and rest. Whew. One more set, 40 seconds of work, and then we're going to bring it back into that bear position. Go ahead, pick your weight up. Get into position outside of those hips. We are dropping it down. 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Heels up. Extend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Heels up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. Last one. Go ahead and rest. Let's bring it down. Whew. Bear position. We just have one set. It is 35 seconds of work. Starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Our knees are up. Press those arms until right before the legs touch the ground. Extend those legs up, upside down V. Coming into that push-up. Maybe you're moving just a little bit faster because it's only 35 seconds of work. And we are already more than halfway through the set. Single digits, 7 seconds left. 2, 1. We can rest. And we will stand it on up. Grab that weight. We have 10 seconds. Get in position. Point those toes. We are dropping it down in 3, 2, 1. Count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Heels up. 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 We got one more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels up. Whew. We can rest. And we will drop it down one last time. for our bear push-up. 55 seconds starting in 5, 4, 3, 1. Knees up. Bend those arms. Stop when the knees touch the ground. Then extend the legs. Our longest and last set of these exercises, just 55 seconds, only 30 to go. Just over 10 seconds. Keep it moving. You guys are looking good. You can fit one more in. We got 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Whew. Shake out those arms. Mine are tired, so sure yours are too. Whew. And then let's stand it on up. We have our sumo squat, 10 seconds. Outside of the hips, 45-degree angles, weight up. Dropping it down, 3, 2, 1. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, heels up. 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 Make sure you squeeze those shoulder blades back. Keep that back nice and straight. Hold it, heels up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, heels up. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. We can rest. Whew, that was 60 seconds for a break now. Grab that water. And we're coming into our plank circuit. Whew. Which, if you have dumbbells, you can go ahead, grab both of them again. Hold on to them just like you did with our push-up. We're going to come to that high plank. Pick one hand up into that side plank rotation. Drop it back down. And then that right knee is going to cross over to that left elbow. Switch sides. Left arm up. Bring it down. Left knee, right elbow. And then you're just going to alternate back and forth. Then our last exercise, we are coming into a reverse plank. Hands underneath those shoulders. We are on our heels, coming up nice straight line as we just bring the knees in, alternating. Whew. But we're going to start in our normal high plank. If you don't have a weight, same thing, just pick that right arm up, bring it down, right knee, left elbow, then left arm up, left knee, right elbow. Make sure your shoulders stay directly underneath those hands. We got 2 sets, 40 seconds of work starting in 3, 2, 1. Bring that right arm up, bring it down, right knee, left elbow, switch sides, left arm up, bring it down, left knee, right elbow. Make sure you don't overextend or over-rotate as you raise that arm up, especially if you're holding onto a weight. We just have 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Whew. Grab a quick sip of water. Same exercise, second set, same timing, 40 seconds. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up, rotate one arm up, and then that same leg will go to that opposite elbow. Again, make sure those hands are directly underneath your shoulder. Don't let your hips raise up. We have 10 more seconds. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and rest. Let's turn it over. Extend the legs out. We're going to come up on our hands and our heels, and then we're going to alternate tucking those knees in. Make sure you make that nice straight line in 3, 2, 1. Hips up, and then you're just going to alternate tucking in the knee. Make sure you keep those hips up. Resist that urge to let it dip down. Keep those hands underneath the shoulders. We are halfway through this first set. Just 10 more seconds. We have 3, 2, 1. You can drop your hips back down. Whew. Maybe get a little bit of that arm circle in. Working our shoulders quite a bit with these planks. Gonna raise the hips back up. Make sure those hands underneath the shoulders to begin with. Hips up in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up. Tuck the knees in. You can look to the sky. Just don't drop the head down. Keep that neck nice and neutral. Looking good, Alex. Looking good, Amanda. Keep it going. 15 more seconds. Breathe through it. Keep those arms nice and straight. We got 3, 2, 1. We can drop it down. Maybe do a little bit of those wrist circles. I know this is a lot on the wrist right now. And then we're going to come into our high plank, 35 seconds. We're going to rotate it up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Pick that right hand up. Drop it down. Right knee, left elbow. Then you're switching sides. It's only 35 seconds of work. We just have 7 seconds. Get one last rep in. 3, 2, 1. We can rest, turn it over. We're coming into that reverse plank with those knee tucks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are up. If your wrists are starting to hurt, make that fist with your hands in this position. It'll keep those wrists nice and neutral. Again, you can look to the sky. Just do not drop that head. We have just over 10 seconds, and then we're starting our final round in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's turn it over. Last round, 55 seconds of work. We are starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Knees up, rotate it. Bring it down. That same leg is going to go to that opposite elbow now. Make sure as you raise that arm up, you do not over rotate. You just want your shoulders to stack on top, nice straight line, and then bring it back down. We only have 1:45 left in this workout. One final set after this. We just have 10 seconds remaining with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's turn it over one last time. Whew. Again, if your wrists are hurting in this position, you can make a fist, keep it underneath the shoulders, and then raise the hips up. We have 10 seconds. Our last set, 55 seconds of work, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up. Alternate tucking that knee in. Keep your hips and your head held up high. Every now and then, make sure you raise the hips up. I'm sure they're going to slowly dip down just a little bit. Keep it up. Nice straight line. We have 25 seconds. 15 more seconds. Keep it up. Single digits. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and we can drop it down. Whew, that is our workout today. Grab some water, and we will get into a little bit of a cool down in just a moment. We will go ahead and start. Whew. In a child's pose position today. Feet together, knees open. Palms and forehead on the ground, arms extended, chin to chest. Whew. We will go ahead and walk those hands over to the left. Feel that stretch in your right upper back. And then let's go ahead and walk it over to the right. Let's bring it back centered. Place our forehead on the ground. We're going to swing our hands around the back, interlock those fingers, and raise them up to stretch out our shoulders after all those planks. If you want a deeper stretch, you can raise your bottom off your heels and roll onto your forehead. But if this hurts your neck, just stay seated on your heels with your forehead on the ground. We just have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop it back down to your heels if you raised it up. Swing the arms back into child's pose position, keeping our palms on the ground. We're going to slide our hands forward as we raise our hips up. Once your hips are as high as they can be, place your forehead back down on the ground and melt your chest into the floor, stretching out your shoulders and your upper chest. And we will go ahead and drop those elbows. Pick the hands up to touch the back of your shoulders. And then again, just sink those arms down to stretch out your triceps. We have 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the hands back down. We're going to slide it back to quadruped position, forehead off the ground. Let's pick those knees up into downward dog. Pedal out those heels, stretch out the calves. And then we will go ahead and stop and walk the hands back to our feet. Stretch out our hamstrings, fold it forward. If you can't touch the floor with your legs straight, it is okay to bend them. We got 3, 2, 1. We're going to take a nice big sweeping inhale up, coming nice and tall. We will go ahead and take our left hand, grab the wrist, and exhale it over to the left. Go ahead, inhale it back up. Switch those hands, right hand grab onto that left wrist. Exhale it over to the right. And then we'll go ahead, inhale it back up, spine nice and tall, exhale those arms down, and then we will just end with a nice little quad stretch. Pick that right ankle up, make sure that knee is pointed down. If you need to, you can stick that left arm out or grab a wall or chair to balance with. And then we will go ahead, switch sides, drop that right leg, pick the left foot up, grab the ankle, not the toes, point that knee straight down. And then go ahead, drop that leg down. We have one final inhale. We're gonna sweep our arms around, bring it up nice and tall. Maybe get that little bit of a back bend in. Bring it back center, and then exhale. Whew, those arms back down. That is all I have for class today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks,
Hope
Paulina.
you guys enjoyed and have a great day.